They are touching. No, I disagree.
You think they're touching people, and you like touching people.
I'm not even saying it. They're touching. What's up, everybody? I'm Jason, and this is Papa Patrick. Patricia in some circles.
Patricia.
Our circle.
But yeah, thank you guys for checking in with Savage Actual. So today we're going to be taking a look at some
recruitment videos.
Some military recruitment videos.
We've got the U.S. Marine Corps.
Got the Marine Corps, United States. We've got Russia. We've got the UK, Britain, we've got China, and we've got Canada. So we're hitting 5 of the sort of most recent videos from each of these countries that they put out for bringing the best and brightest into the military. So we're going to take a look at these, and we're going to watch the video, and then we'll talk. We'll all watch together, and then we'll talk about it for a minute or two, and
if you give a fuck, we'll give you our 2 cents on what we think about it.
Yeah.
We're going off the days, especially my era. Patrick joined the Marine Corps before I did, before he went on to the Navy, the Army and then the Navy. My big recruiting videos was like the classic, Marine fighting a fucking dragon on like this bridge and shit, which was a pretty badass video, right? I think that was like the main one. There might have been another one. Did you remember any?
I don't, honestly, from about my timeline in the early 90s, I don't remember anything specifically. That was the thing, is like my journey into the military was so off the cuff.
Random, yeah.
Yeah, that I didn't like pay attention to videos. I didn't pay attention to TV spots. I didn't pay attention. It was, I think, the Be All You Can Be, or
Get an Edge on Life.
That was the fucking Army. Yeah, that was a big one back then. Be All You Can Be was a big one for the Army. Yeah. And then, the Proud, the Marines was the one that I think from my time was always, and that was a long time, man. The Marine, that's one thing too. The Marines are famous for, hey, we always make our recruiting goals. I think I don't know if they always do, but I know they fucking work pretty hard. I think the Air Force is the one who always makes the recruiting goals.
Everyone's had, this is the worst years of recruiting that our armed forces in America have ever seen since the history of America.
Yeah, the Air Force is not making their quotas.
It is the COVID was a big thing, and I'll be blunt about it. It's the woke environment and lackluster. No one wants to fucking work, dude. No one. Do the military. I mean, also you're coming off of fucking 20 years of fucking warfare. It is a fearful fucking thing as a young person to fuck, I've witnessed my whole life this war and other sub-wars within it. Yeah, dude, you join, you probably have a chance of fucking doing something. So,
yeah.
I get it in defense of them, I guess. So I guess to empathize with them. But, yeah, they're having issues with it.
What year did you join the Marine Corps?
2000.
2000? I went in 91, and the crazy thing is the Gulf War, like the first Gulf War, was sort of
wrapping up.
In the midst of it was happening, and it was still going on. Like they had started the no-fly zone that was happening, and I mean the first Gulf War only lasted days. The ground combat was 100 hours.
Yep.
It was super quick, and I watched all that. I probably watched 100 hours all the way through on TV on the news.
I remember.
It was full. It was crazy.
I remember.
And I had a guy in my boot camp class who had been an Army medic and had kind of it was pretty interesting because the drill instructor shit on everybody as they do. They definitely, you could see they showed this guy some respect because he had just come back from the Gulf War. He had been there, I don't know what unit, but he was a medic at the time, and he had told us some of the stories, like, holy shit, like some of the wounds that he had treated and some of the injuries he had seen and different things. And
dude was a salty dude already.
Yeah.
No matter the branch he served.
The drill instructors showed him a little bit more respect, for sure. He was a little older.
Well, they had to do their part in front of the rest of the recruits, but like, I'm sure they actually liked the dude.
Yeah, for sure. So that was still going on, man. And I remember when I went to infantry school, it was like, we're at war. You know, they pressed all that stuff and they talked about the Gulf War, what's going on. And, you know, it was, but I never thought like, oh, I'm gonna end up in the Middle East. Never crossed my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because like at that point it was like an air thing. Not a lot was going on, you know?
Yeah.
So it was...
I mean, my 2 cents, if you guys are out there watching and you're like on the fence of joining, you know, are interested in it, you know, it's you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn that, you know, like you're serving something much more than you, and you know, you're going to go through something really hard, but at the end of it, you're going to learn a lot about what you as an individual can endure, from sleep to food to fucking loneliness. You're going to learn, you're going to grow up a lot.
Yeah.
And I do recommend it to some degree. If that's something you want to go into, if you have the ability to go to college, then do it. But if you're just kind of floating out there unsure and you are interested in it, like, there's a lot of benefits to it. I mean, there is.
It's better than working part-time at Best Buy.
I mean, true.
I'll tell you that.
True. You'd much rather, I mean, you're getting a fucking degree out of it. You're going to meet some people. You're going to learn a lot about yourself in, well, like your individuality in a sense, because they strip that from you, number one. But you gain a lot of like internal strength, intestinal fortitude. You know, I'm using all these big words, but like, it's true. And like, you come out of it, you're still pretty young if you do it right. You know, even if you do 4 years, 5 years, like, then you've got this experience. Then you go back into school and you fucking crush it, you know, take everything you learn. So like, we're obviously big proponents to it. If you're interested in it, I'd say fucking do it. And at the end of the day, we make jokes, but like, any branch that you choose is going to be good.
Yeah, it is. And you're going to hear, you talk to anybody that was a veteran, it is what you make of it. Mm-hmm. And that's 1,000% correct. You can go in and just bullshit around and do 4 years and get out, and it is what it is. Or you can go in and do 4 years, give it 110%, make a lot of friends, learn a lot, grow from it, and then get out and then take advantage of the schooling and take advantage of all that stuff. So it's 100% what you make of it.
Take advantage of it, man.
Yep, 100%. You can only, I'll tell you what, I retired from the military. I did over 25 years, and I would never in a million years look down at somebody that did 4 years or whatever. Like, hey, you know what? You stepped up and did something that a lot of people will never do. I have a ton of respect for you. Even like the people that do, hey, I did 4 years in the reserves. Hey, man, good, thank you. You stepped up and you did more than a lot of people do, but 100%, it is what you make of it.
It is a mind-blowing worldly experience going through it.
Yep.
You know, like going overseas, like my first deployment to Japan at 21. I mean, dude, everyone should get the fuck out of this country and see how goddamn good we have it. We truly do. We are the most spoiled country. We're like this. I heard this rumor. This rumor? It's like Canada and America. Like, Canada's like this apartment. They live on the top, right? And they got this crazy fucking tenant down below. You know, that's like just honestly like a Karen. You know, like, Americans are like Karens compared to the rest of the world. We got a Costco in every fucking corner, every Sam's Club, Walmart, Target. We can go get anything we want 3 minutes down the fucking road at any point of the day. You got people slaving to get fucking bread and water.
It's not a joke.
Basic medical care in a lot of countries. And we're bitching about how oppressed we are. Like, we're fucking spoiled, dude. And you do not see that until you get the fuck out. Yep. And then you come back here and you kind of look back at the way you thought and the words that you spoke like negatively about our country. It's like you eat your words. You're like, fuck, dude. Like, I had it really good.
Yep.
Kind of like when you like leave your parents' house and like, damn, my parents actually gave a fuck about me for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the same concept. Like, damn, we had it good.
For sure.
So, you know, we've been watching these recruitment videos ever since we got out of the military, and it, you know, a lot of things come up for us. So I'm interested to see this, you know, thanks to you guys sending a bunch of text our ways, DMs and comments to watch this latest one from the Marine Corps, especially what kind of kicked off what we're going to watch today.
Yeah, so this current, we're going to take a look at this, the current Marine Corps recruiting ad, and this is only a few days old. It's brand new, and a bunch of guys, again, Savage Army said, hey, you guys should take a look at this. So we're going to do it. We'll take a look at this, and then we're going to
Give you honest feedback about it.
Yeah, just take a look at it, and we've got, like Jason said, we've got some from a few different countries, and we'll take a little tactical pause in the center, and we'll talk about it, and then we'll go on to the next video. So here's the first one.
The future is threatened by enemies often unrelenting,
Marines, get these people out of here.
It's gonna be all right.
unexpected, and unpredictable.
Stay alert, Marines.
In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical.
Enemy drones down.
Because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater.
Dig that camo.
Yeah.
Sending coordinates now.
Hi, Mars.
Little jointness there, you know.
When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant. Marines.
Raw. That was actually pretty good, man.
It was cool. It
I'm
was
kind
super
of a cynical
interesting.
dude sometimes. Like, I like to try to. It's who I am. I guess some days tear shit apart in a negative way, but like it was pretty good, dude. They encompassed air, land, and sea. They encompassed the new threat, EMP drone swarm. That was cool.
Yeah, I love the tech side of it. It seems like, I mean, you know, I still work in that sphere, you know, and we're the tech stuff, the drones, the counter drone stuff.
There, it's relevant.
It's very
a real
relevant.
deal.
And I love how I love like all the newer helmet stuff. They've all got suppressors. They've got like all the newest shit. I mean, I came into '91 and it was like we didn't have new shit. We had Vietnam era stuff. You know what I'm saying? Load bearing. Didn't even have load bearing.
It's generational, dude. Even like the current Marines are probably looking at that shit and like, oh, that gear's outdated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always like this.
But
Then you can always-
the Marine Corps is doing better outfitting their warfighters
Currently,
with
like the gap is definitely closed.
right, for sure. Dude, I had H harnesses in canteens and shit
Yeah,
from
same.
Vietnam.
Same.
And the Army at that time had load-bearing vests, and they had more nicer stuff. And
Alice-
start
exactly,
getting
dude.
Kevlars and all, like nicer
I
Kevlar.
was in when it was Alice clips, Alice packs,
Yep.
and then I was in and it transitioned to Molly.
Yep.
Molly happened in like 03 or 04 or something like that. So it's at least to the troops, obviously in development for a bit, but and it's always the cat and mouse, dude. I mean, every military, it's technology, it's learning and gaining and inventing. So I thought it was good, dude. The new technologies, the aircraft, to it's fucking good, man.
But you hit the nail on the head. I like the air, sea, and land.
Yeah.
I like the visuals really good, and it's not just sort of they're running across the beach and they're doing all these things. There was combat, like they're hitting a ship. There was combat. You know what I'm saying? There was like, hey, this person is.
It's like that Mew component to the
Yeah.
the different climbs. The classic Marine Corps word, dude. I mean,
Every climbing place.
Like it went transition to altitude, fucking snow environment. The camo was sick. A lot of Army videos have that shit. That was good.
And they hit that
because we do that in the Marine Corps.
They hit that like talk or whatever that one area was on the thing, and like
the HIMARS you touched kind of. I mean, artillery. You think about the weapons, right? I saw long guns. I saw suppressed, carbines. I saw aircraft, HIMARS, or whatever the fuck they call it now.
Is that the joint? Is F-35? Is that the Joint Strike Fighter?
It's what it looked like.
Yeah. I mean, we're not weapons experts. We don't try to say
Especially
that
on
we
the
know.
especially on the air side.
Yeah. What's this?
But I
F-22 and F-35 is the two big ones, right? And I think the F-35 is the Joint Strike Fighter.
If one of them has the vertical VTOL.
But that's the Marine Corps version of it. See, that's the thing that's super interesting.
I don't know what variant that is.
Yeah,
we got to look.
I think it might be the Joint Strike Fighter, but that one is the
It was
Marine
kind of short
Corps
and
version.
stubby.
Yeah,
It didn't have like the more thin lines, like top to bottom, like width-wise. It looked thick and fucking girthy, for lack of better words. I want to know what that is. It looks sick. I mean, it was a badass looking fucking plane. I think they nailed it with that one, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
They had an opening scene was of a female, so they're touching kind of like the sex realm. Not just
they're getting into sex.
not just for men. So I like that.
Yeah.
Because the Marine Corps doesn't have a lot of women in it in the grand scheme of things. But
it is
the
a very
female Marines you meet are fucking hard, dude. They're tough chicks. You don't really realize that until you get out, but a lot of them are pretty badass chicks.
All right, let's. You want to take a look at Russia?
Yeah.
See,
dude, this shit. I've already seen this. I'll watch it again. Like Russia, to me already, I'm gonna say this has the hardest, toughest fucking. Even commercial. Even though their fucking military, as we know now, sucks balls because they're getting their asses handed to them and they just fucking suck and disorganized. But like their video, propaganda-wise, they crush it, as you're about to see.
Let's take a look at this.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не
You can
волнует.
sit around and play
Теперь важно
volleyball,
то,
but
кем ты будешь сегодня. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения. Каждый день здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать. Это ты пытаешься увидеть в каждой тени своего врага, потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет
we're
потери.
lunatics.
Но на самом деле главный враг — это ты, вчерашний ты. Твоя задача
there's an
выпить
intensity
врага,
about it, for
догнать
sure.
его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад, победителем. Потому что завтра — первый день твоей новой жизни.
Like, dude, that's fucking pretty badass.
All right, so that was Russia. What do you think about that? And we don't like it's. Obviously, we're not. And the video we watched doesn't have the subtitles, so we don't know exactly what they're saying. But there's like probably for the motherland, for the motherland, for the motherland. Like
I'm trying to answer this in like the
visuals.
A very neutral standpoint. Obviously, we are American military, raised to believe the Russians are fucking the enemy, which. In my heart, no.
Well, let's just talk about
the fucking true.
But let's just talk about the visuals of the recruitment ad. If you were
badass,
if you were a Russian dude, you'd be like,
sign up tomorrow.
Get it, 100, and that's
there's zero. That is some modern day warrior shit.
Visuals,
like not this fucking
dude. And you see how jacked the dude is. He's like super in shape. Super jack dude.
Dude, not kissing babies, not fucking
Fighting.
handshaking, fucking politics. I'm here to fucking wreck your goddamn world. That's what that video that's hard.
But you know what?
That's some gangster shit.
That feeds into what I feel like is the sort of Russian attitude, like fight, hardcore, like intensity. There's not like the weakness and blah blah blah. You can do it. And come on,
everyone's a winner.
We'll get you through it. Yeah. There's
dude.
not that attitude.
No, it's pretty binary.
Right.
Dude, I jibe with that.
And I'll tell you what, like when you talk about like back to we looked at the Marine Corps ad. When you talk about like the Marine Corps has always done very well because they're like they get that they reach down inside you and are looking for that sort of thing that drives people. Like be the best you can be. Like be. They're taking that part of you. They're not trying to sell like education. They're not trying to sell technical fucking learning. They're trying to sell like you becoming yourself a better person and being fucking driven and fight for your country and fight for your team and fight for your teammates. And I think that's what you kind of get from that. And I think recruiting ads, that's what you want. Especially when you're talking about a fighting force.
Are you pandering, are you catering, or do you really want some hard motherfuckers in your ranks? And the latter, as a military, is if I'm like hypothetical, we're in general position, I don't want any fucking pussies, dude. I don't want some crybaby fucking pussies that are confused about X, Y, and Z. I want some lethal, bullet fucking spewing, cannibalistic fucking goddamn killers. Dude.
That's so many people miss the fact that military is there to fight for your country, fight and win their battles, and kill the fucking enemy.
So with that statement, what does that actually mean?
Right.
It's not what is a win. A win is obliterating your fucking enemies with molten fucking leftover carcasses.
Close with and
it's
fucking destroyed by fire and maneuver, man.
That is what it is. It is not going to college with your fucking GI Bill. It's not learning how to turn this wrench at the right torque setting. It's motherfucking warheads on foreheads. I mean, truly, that is what it is. Obviously, there's logistics to support all that, and the support side is highly important to make that happen. However,
but the end state of the military is to fight and win.
Is to win, to beat your opponent, to fucking weaken, to take over their land, their country, and that's what you want a fighting force. They already, I know that that one video is probably the best. There's everything we're gonna watch today. We'll see, but so far, that was hard.
Yeah,
Marines did hard, but that was better.
So next one is the UK military Brits. So let's take a look at it.
Where does confidence come from? How you look?
Hey, little man, look at me. This could be you in just 6 weeks. Guarantee results fast. Get ripped with my workout plan. It's the case, guaranteed.
Quick hits?
Yes, brother. You are coming out tonight. I'm an absolute belter. Just a quick drink for the road, my man.
Oh, this is mad, man. Are you feeling it? It's so good to see you.
Fast fashion?
What's up, my man? You already know what it is, and today we're busting some fresh heat. Take those dusty craps off your feet, man. Nah? Okay, this is the hottest drop of the year. Don't forget to subscribe.
Instant likes?
Come on, mate. Nearly there.
Lots of things can give you confidence for a little while. But confidence that lasts a lifetime? There's one place you'll find that.
Already. That nails everything that I fucking hate about the current state of society.
So
I love that.
So you love that?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I fucking hated it.
I love it, dude, because
it's exactly the opposite of what we were just saying.
He's catering to the few that's out there that know that the fucking social media is a problem, that know this fucking bullshit shit. Because there is a group of people out there, and they are catering to that. This is more mental than it is.
100%. I understand that. I understand that. The visuals are, we know you're weak, but if you do this, you can gain confidence in a new way and be strong. That's what they're selling, but it's like, I just hate the fucking visuals of all this social media and I totally agree. I totally understand what they're doing. Yeah. So yes,
not sorta. 100%.
Yes, they are. But again, it's like, oh, we're weak, but this can make you strong. And
no, they are. In my opinion, they're targeting the people that are seeing through the fucking ambient noise of social media bullshit, the woke bullshit.
They're not. No.
Yes,
they're not targeting. They're targeting the people who question who they are and trying to give them some direction. That's what they're trying to do.
I don't think so.
That's what I think.
They're catering to the few that know all of this is fucking bullshit. That's why he's like, no, I'm staying the fucking course. fuck you fashion, fuck you music, fuck you drinking.
Well, it's all that. It's him as he's marching through there, as he's going across that terrain. It's him thinking about all that stuff coming into his brain. Obviously, those people are not really supposed to be there. It's him questioning all that stuff.
Because that's all these fucking kids are for.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's like they're trying to recruit those people who are questioning who they are and questioning what's happening in their life and give them some confidence.
Which I did, which you did.
Yes, to a point, but I don't think...
You did, I know for a fact you didn't wake up in 3rd grade and be like, I'm going to be in the fucking military.
No, never. It was never...
Mine was
I never had that
minute.
even thought. Dude, I didn't have that thought until the last second that I wanted to go into...
Same.
But I just feel like you're like, they're looking for these people that don't know who they are, which is fine. And they're just trying to say, oh, you do this and you're going to get all this confidence. I'm not joining the military is not there to give you confidence. The military is there to kick your fucking enemies' dicks in the dirt.
Right, but the military makes you confident. They take the
as a side effect.
They take the basic non-fighting civilian street walking fuck that you were, that I was, that we all were, and turn them into a fucking hard motherfucker. That's what the job. That's what they do.
Right.
From boot camp on.
Right. That's the mission. But again, this commercial is selling confidence. They're not selling you're a killer. The Russian one before that was selling you're a fucking killer.
Agreed.
We're gonna make you a killer.
They're selling you're gonna get some confidence out of this fucking job. They're selling that, like, ignore all this fucking shit. Kids out there, I know you're seeing it, the ones that are paying attention, that are awake.
Yeah.
Truly awake, that know all this shit's fucking noise. Come over here, dude. Like, ignore that fucking
so can
shit.
we at least agree that this commercial, this ad, is a little bit muddled about what I think the goal should be?
No, they are touching. No, I disagree.
You think they're touching people, and you like touching people.
I'm not even saying it. That's fucking stupid. They're touching. They are talking about something that is super relevant to the downfall of current society across
That
the
I
world.
agree with. But again...
Which is the biggest virus that all of these countries are seeing right now, current 2022. The TikTok 8-second attention span because your 45-degree angle fucking phone in your face. That's what they're talking about. Like, ignore that.
For sure.
Stand up, brother. We got a battle ahead. It's the smoke in the distance. You're with your fucking team. Like, you're doing some real shit. Like, none of that fucking matters. Come over here and you get what I'm saying.
Yes. No. That's kind of my point, is that you are 100% picking up what they're putting out. I don't necessarily think they need to take that you've got the shaky confidence and we can give you confidence. I think as the military, it needs to be, we are a fighting force. We are here to fucking defeat our enemies, and that's what we're here for. That you will gain confidence from that as sort of a secondary thing, but I don't know. I think their message is a little muddled.
So if they have like a dinner plate of like choices of if there's like another fucking commercial, another recruitment video before that, and there's another one, if there's like a fucking 5 or 6 that they have.
That'd be cool if they had something like they almost create like a little mini series you could fucking follow.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There are multiple recruitment videos for said nation's said branch. Like, I know that's not the only one they have, but if they followed it up or they let it in with a killing one, the hard Russian type, and then they're like, yo, we know you guys are dealing with all this fucking shit. Most of you that we don't even try to talk to the oblivious ones. Like, fuck you guys. We even want you in our military. But the ones that are like awake and aware of like what's going on, like yeah, it's like they're hitting like the mental cerebral part of it. The killer, yes, I to agree with you. So I'm not like butting heads with you. Like, what is that especially the fighting aspect of the military? The Russians crushed it with that.
Right.
There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no like fog. Like, yo, this is clear cut, dude.
You know
You
something-
join, you're gonna jump out of a fucking plane and go whack some motherfuckers.
And you know what? And you're 100% right. And I think that's the older Marine Corps commercials used to do
Yes.
very well. They started out with like the civilian. They show them going through all the shit, the fighting, the down and dirty shit. And at the end, it's like you and your blues, your Marine. You fucking done it. You have
Out the other end.
fulfilled that destiny, and now you've come out the other end, and that is that confidence. That's the reward at the end. And I feel like what they're showing you is sort of the middle ground. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I would have liked that a little bit more if it was like him questioning all that. Hey man, you can do it, and then that tough shit, and then him at the end be like, "Fucking, I did it." You know what I'm saying? Like, give us a little bit more of the journey. But you're right. I think multiple episodes would be cool. But it wasn't bad. It was just like I think they're a little
I
muddled
see what
on-
you're saying.
Yeah.
But to me, it was just like they're targeting this audience that's just like, I mean, dude, I feel for these fucking
It's
kids,
the world
dude.
we live in now. Like you said, that fucking
Dude,
TikTok.
I fucking feel for these kids, dude.
Yep.
They're like Joey B. Tunes. Like I watch this dude.
Who's that?
We got some dumb motherfuckers in America, dude, and it's like it's just comparatively to other countries, dude, from math to fucking science to dude,
It's
like our
sad.
country.
It's sad.
Dude, it's even though, like, I don't know, so far Russia's fucking winning on the hard, tough fighting warrior, the warrior fucking spirit of like militaries.
Yep.
Which, what is a military? It's fighting. Like Russia's winning.
All right, so
In
let's take a look
recruitment
at,
videos.
let's take a look at the next one.
Okay. We can tell. You guys can tell we're passionate about what the fuck we're watching. Who's this?
Ever dreamed of being paid
Just
to
Canada.
dive?
This is America.
Think you can
Canada.
handle the heat of cooking for hundreds of brave troops? Could you deploy a sophisticated communication network in some of the remotest corners of the planet?
You can tell it's Canada hit snowmobile.
Can you see yourself delivering essential healthcare in a state-of-the-art portable clinic? Would you like to pull off intense workouts and a paid education? Or execute a precision landing just in time to save a life? Perhaps you'd prefer to master cutting-edge electronic systems in the middle of the ocean. Dare to be extraordinary with the Canadian Armed Forces. Apply for one of over 100 full and part-time careers and acquire sought-after skills and training that will serve you everywhere. A message from the Government of Canada.
A message from the government of Canada. So, here's my problem. They sold skills, they sold education, they sold all this shit.
They completely missed.
What are you there for? Yeah. Like, fucking canoeing dudes' heads in the fucking, like...
I feel like there's some trickery right here.
Oh, 100%. Because here's, again, they sold technical skills, they sold education.
Which you're gonna get. Which
And
you're
that's the
gonna
thing,
get.
is that's all that byproduct. But that's not what you're there for.
They basically did
for,
not talk about the 03, 11 series, 18 series. They did not talk about.
whatever their stuff is.
It was all tech. It was all 9 to 5-ish. It was all like you're in a fucking tech school.
And even like the one mission, like they talked about, you're setting up advanced communications in austere areas. You're saving a life. It's like
saving a life like a dude that's in combat.
Or they're like talking about like rescue forces or something. It's like
They're definitely catering to like the pogues. This is like a pretty
well, they're
pogue-heavy-
trying to very downplay the fact that guess what? You're joining the military. The military there is to defend your country,
Yes.
to fight your enemies and win, and period. There's all kinds of other separate shit that goes along with it, but you're there to defend your country, fight your enemies, and win. That there is no other fucking gray area anywhere. Yes, there's all these other little fingers of truth that come off that. Yes, in the midst of that, you will get confidence, you will get skills, you will learn important job things and blah 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 blah, all this other stuff. But You were there to fight your enemies. You were there to defend your country. You were there to fucking fight and win. Period. Protect your way of life and protect your nation.
You are not wrong.
All this other stuff, they didn't hit on any of that stuff. They're like,
so again, I guess to defend and like look at this, like reevaluate what I'm gonna fucking say here. They are definitely okay. We all know like 10% of the military actually fucking fights, which is a small.
Right.
Let's say the Marine Corps, 200,000 active duty Marines, 10% fights.
Well, I think the Marine
20,000
Corps
Marines are fucking trained to actually fight, not some range bullshit. Like really shoot, move, and communicate.
When you talk about the
20,000
armed forces, the Marine Corps has the largest fighting component within all that.
Yes. My point is they are catering this recruitment video for Canada is catering for like the ODBs. You know, it's like they're catering towards everyone that they know, which is the majority that can't fight, that don't want to fight, but they want to fucking join the military and to get some cool fucking shit out of it. They're catering to those. This video isn't for the dude that wants to canoe heads and kick a fucking door in. This is like, I want to be an RN. I want to fucking be a fucking radio communicator tech fucking wizard installing fucking you know high frequency comm equipment so I can use that when I get out to go into like the comm realm of some degree. This isn't for your fucking SWAT shooter, sniper, Halo badass. This is definitely for the support side. This is catered for the support side of the military.
Right, 100%. Of 100%. And again, you talk about the intensity of something. You look at the Russian one, they were very much all about combat and the intensity of war and fighting. Right. Like, I think the Marine Corps one was a little bit in between the Canada one and the Russian one, but that was definitely.
But you look at the Marine Corps, they touched the tech, but the tech was still being utilized to fucking obliterate.
Right. And that's the one thing that I appreciated with that one, with the Marine Corps one, is that they showed them blowing up that fucking TOC or whatever. They showed them hitting that ship. They showed them like there is going to be fighting and it's about a war.
And who fills that ship? It's humans. It's the taking human life.
Right.
And that is the job.
But they did not give that at all. This was
an adventure.
Feeding your troops and cool tech.
Get some cool certificates.
Helping people. And
do you want to learn how to school?
Dive? Yeah. You're like, turn the page.
In a dorm-looking environment. You know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, good on them targeting the support side, which they need. Which every fucking military fucking needs. Yep. Not everyone can march with 100.
Stop running around and telling everybody that you're recon or that you were blah, 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 because not everybody was. We know that. And like, that's the one thing. True military people don't, I never will in my life have anything against support people because they are dire. We direly need them.
Yes.
It's direly is I don't think
but
a
just
word.
own that
but
shit.
Yes, 100%. Be fucking proud of what you did.
Yes.
But
don't lie, don't exaggerate.
Sell it to everyone that's the majority of things that are going to be happening because it's not honestly the truth. You know what I'm saying? 2/3
of the military doesn't need to be trained to use a weapon.
Right. That's for 100% true.
And that's every
100%
branch.
true. You know, I mean,
and that's every fucking
it gets
branch,
to the point where, but you know what? In reality too, like hopefully, like I would love to see. I mean, especially having children, you having children. Like I don't want to see our country at war anymore. I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about my son to have to be involved in that.
But we've been doing it since we crawled out of caves, and we're going to do it forever.
Right. That's the reality. And again, like I said in the very first part, the military is there to fight and defend your nation and your way of life. You're not there to learn tech
against others that want to take.
Right. And
or your country makes you take from someone else.
Which, and that's sometimes that's the reality.
That's what we do, and it fucking sucks. End of story. I gotta fucking pee.
Technical pause. Sit down. Now we're in the.
Definitely Chinese.
Yep.
专利动员大会现在开始。
一声道，是一句承诺。
军长同志，营房前准备完毕，请指示。什么？战！
一声道是一种割舍。
They're like, we have a lot of people.
God damn it, dude.
一声道是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战机组已修订完善作战计划。
一声道是一场冲锋。 我们用生命扛起使命，我们用忠诚筑起长城。改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我们，改革创新与时俱进，是人民军队不断发展的康庄大道。 人民军队的力量来自改革创新，人民军队的胜利来自改革创新。
祖国召唤，我必到。一声道，一声道。
You watching this, motherfuckers?
CCTV.com.
First and foremost,
Hello.
that is an American threat. That is an adversary. That is our enemy, which sucks, but it's true. And that was a hard fucking video, and not just hard, but hard in numbers.
And here, let's quick caveat to all this again. We can't see what the translation is of what they're saying, so we're literally going off the visuals.
And it was
so we're what you're getting from us right now is a reaction to what we saw, not what I know. There's a lot of whatever the subtitles were. We don't have that right here. It's a downloaded copy. We're not looking at what's on
but
YouTube
you can
or whatever.
hear the tone.
Yeah.
In the
but the message that they are sending is we got a lot of people, we got a lot of shit, and we're gonna stomp your fucking guts out. It almost, to me, the funny thing is watching that, it almost is like this isn't a recruitment ad, this is a fucking warning to everyone who would see it.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's a that is a powerful recruitment video. And you're right, dude, that is not only just internally a recruitment video, that is a warning. And dude, it's Monolati, dude. Like that's your fucking threat. So all you TikTok and Kardashian loving fucking oblivious to what's outside our walls, that is a superpower.
That's who's on the other side.
That is a superpower that has grown to an incredible strength, and they've always been that way. Luckily, they're internally kind of falling apart financially right now, which is good. But a caveat to all this, dude, is like I've been to China multiple times. I had a Chinese girlfriend for almost 6 years. I fall in love with their culture, their food, their way of life. But politically, in a government, they want us to fucking face off. They want us gone.
Oh, for sure.
And they're a dynasty. They've been around for fucking way longer than America.
The Chinese Communist Party has made it very clear that they want to be the superpower in the world, and that is the long game, and that is their intention. And that's the thing is like, so from the very beginning of the video, like the guy standing up and like he's clearly getting some sort of medical.
Yeah, that's the maps.
Right, he's
right
getting
there.
his medical
beginning
check. And then it goes through all of it looks like the potential careers and all the things that you could be doing and fighting. And it's not like the differences between what Canada showed us and what China showed us is very, very different. It is night and day. And people need to pay attention to that and be very aware at the message that that one country is sending and what the other country is sending. There's nothing wrong with what Canada was putting out, but you need to be very aware of the message that China is sending and what their wants are.
This is real shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying to you earlier, dude. I think war truly at the World War III level is potentially viable and realistic, more so than I think we've ever fucking seen.
I hope not. Really, I don't necessarily
you can
disagree.
Hope in one hand, like, you can hope in one hand, and then there's like what's probably going to happen. Like, dude, and they see the current state of where we're tearing each other apart. What is the best time to attack a country and to fuck with a country when it's weak and we are weaker internally and politically and divided than we've ever been outside of the Civil War?
I don't disagree.
We are like thriving on. We are like embodying weakness. Like we uplift and uphold these ideals that are fucking false, and these guys are just like, we've got to.
Well, we don't uphold these ideals that are false. We strive for these ideals that we are currently struggling to uphold. You know what I'm saying?
Culturally speaking, we've let it get to a point to where we basically are obsessing over falseness, over vanity, over short-lived fucking, like, dude, and you look like you're having one fucking kid. End of story. You're working. You're like, dude. They are fuck. It's a dictatorship, dude. They are fucking bam. It has gotten. What's the words I'm trying to fucking say, dude? They are a very strict, structured, fucking adversary, and you got kids that can't even show up on time, dude. You got kids can't even fucking change a fucking tire. Kids that have never been in a fucking fight. Kids that don't do laundry. Kids that fucking like are idolizing like some bullshit, and you got these motherfuckers.
Well, again, man, China is 100% looking at the long game,
and they have for years.
Right, 100%, and that's they just like, you know. I mean, there's tons of stuff that we could talk about this forever, and I don't want to get into all the crazy political stuff and all the social stuff. But China's looking at the long game, man, and their recruitment ad makes it very. They are projecting strength. They're projecting power. They're projecting that technology.
They're numbers.
Yep. Oh yeah. Did you see in any other commercial where you have thousands of troops that are just shown on TV? You're just like, whoa. Again, it's not just a recruitment ad.
It's like a 10-to-1, I think, is the ratio.
I don't know what it is, but it's the difference in active forces is massive. You know, and this is getting off sort of the ad a little bit. The one thing that I've always, and I've known this for a long time, is that. I'm not even talking about what's currently happening in Ukraine with Russia and all that stuff. Like, I've known for a long time, and through people that I've talked to, and just us being involved with intelligence agencies, Russia's always been that sort of that paper tiger. They've been very vocal about how strong they are and all the stuff that they do. And you know, we had the fall of the Soviet Union, the rise of what Putin is at now, and what Russia's done, and it's always been very clear, like. They're very unstable within their country, and the maintenance of their equipment and all that stuff.
Kind of archaic and they're rudimentary and
right, 100%. And China has never completely come across to me like that, and I've never really heard that from people in the many years that I've paid attention to this stuff. But I will say, it because it is a communist structure, it makes me question the reality of how well their equipment is run, how well that things are put together.
Right. And dude, China, as we know, on the hacking, spam every motherfucking day on your phone, hacking the Marine Corps online, MOL. Like, dude, they're great, like all countries are now in 2022 at fucking propaganda. So
you're like, how real is it?
I'm with you on that one. A question, but historically speaking, look at a division of armed Chinese facing us at the Chosin Reservoir in Korea. Granted, half of them were fucking barefoot in fucking snow. True story.
And that's what I'm saying. But they've come along.
But they have numbers like a motherfucker,
Yep.
dude. So if they have the numbers and they've got some training, they do have the weapons and the technology, even at a half-ass level. Fuck.
Yeah,
So
that's you don't want to get in that. You don't want here. Again, the reality is we don't want to get into that fight. No,
because it's not good on either side.
Right, we don't want to get in that fight. They don't want to get in that fight. That's for the whole time that I was growing up, man, it was mutually assured destruction. If anyone starts that fight, it's gonna rise to the level where it can kill almost every human being on this planet. Yeah.
Our animals, the air we breathe is going to be compromised, dude. And it's just like, what for what?
But
I'm with you, man.
That was an intense commercial. And again, I think it was a warning not only to...
For strength and power and military might right now out of the videos we've watched, they take the first.
That was the most intense one.
They take
for
first
sure.
place.
Yeah.
That's a humbling video to watch.
Yeah. You're like...
Especially where we come from.
Yeah.
I'm like, and we've heard it from day one.
And that's the funny thing is you see that like what the Marine Corps, so if we go either ends of that bookcase, you got the Marine Corps that we saw on one end, China on the last. Like technically, both of them you saw very advanced stuff. You saw like some of their UAV systems being trailered. You saw some of that stuff. And you see their aircraft, you see our aircraft. But the funny thing is, you saw one of our aircraft or two of our aircraft. You saw 50 of their aircraft. You saw one of our HIMARS. You saw, 800
their saturation levels, they're bumping up the oversaturation.
Yeah.
Power,
and
power and might.
And also, for all the commercials in there, I think all the commercials were about a minute to a minute and a half. That China one was slightly over 2 minutes. So it's a little bit longer, and you get you ingest a little bit more, but it's a lot.
Going back to Russia already from this, it's like America technology current day, China technology current day, drones, UAVs, big radar dishes on top of these, like half the size of Predators.
Yeah,
right?
it looked like an AWACS. Did you see that?
Like a mini AWACS, dude, exactly. And then you go back to Russia, it's like some fucking B-17 bomber, like Fallout the video game, like very rusky Russian, like brute, dark, grimy, tough skinhead motherfucking dude that's fucking jacked, jumping out of a fucking plane. Like it's hard, but it's hard. They're selling like almost like an individual hardness,
right?
Opposed to what America and fucking, I don't even talk about Canada. Like what fucking China like a show.
They were showing a nation.
A nation. There's individualistic, and then
the quality, the ability, and the direction, or the how do I want to say, the quality, the ability, and the intent to smash. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty intense. That was intense.
Yeah, you nailed that. Like individualistic to nationalistic. Their military might, dude. That's strength and power, dude. Like they're winning visually right now in this competition of fucking recruitment videos. Like, I'm impressed.
Yeah, for sure.
Next,
that was it.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode and our talk about the military a little bit and this recruiting stuff. If you guys ever have any questions, hit us up on YouTube, hit us up on Instagram. That's Jason and I are always on there. And we appreciate you guys for hanging out and watching with us. Thank you.
My turn to talk. What are your thoughts? I want to know. Hit us in the comments. Without like a long diatribe of like the political aspect, but I mean like military might. Like what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I know a lot of you guys are hyper intelligent, so this is very real shit. So I want to hear it. I want to hear what you guys think. So hit us up. Thanks for hanging out, and talk to you mofo soon.
Peace.